Hi, hello, annyeong, it's me again, Lea Matilda, coming at you with a new video. And yes, people, you read the title right. I didn't like SoYeon from i-dle for a very long time. The sun is finally down, and yes, people, this video title is exactly what you read. I don't know, I just had this real problem that I'm going to debunk here and explain to you how I ended this dislike fever, because it's weird. So you know, as someone who has been a fan of IOI, so I watched Produce 101 and I saw SoYeon there. I liked her rap. I thought she was very cute and everything. Their debut with Latata, first of all, being a very immensely incredible song until this day, and her appearance in the first seconds of the song and the red dress with the blonde hair, I thought delicious. However, at one point, I think it happened to a few people actually, I saw that she was the one creating the songs and everything. I thought, wow, woman, this is very cool. But then I saw that she was always the center. She had the most lines and there was this cultural appropriation situation. And that was kind of a very weird thing that sometimes it happens that you see some idols and you just don't vibe with them, right? Well, she was one of the people I didn't vibe with. However, I am not this type of person to go on the internet and bash her or call her specific names. I'm not this negative person. I would never go and do stuff like that, which is why I was always very sad when I saw negative comments about her, because even though I didn't like her as well, it never gave me the right to go there and say stupid stuff about her or call her names, because she doesn't deserve it as a human being. I have always had respect for her and her talent, because even if you don't like her, you know she's talented. She creates, produces and writes her song. She is a very good rapper. She has a good stage presence. So how could I not have at least a little bit of respect for her? This is as much as I would go. Even though I could not accept the fact that Shuha, for example, in the group didn't have any real lines, and I was sure, 100% sure, that it wasn't because of this excuse that her Korean is poor. I just thought that they just didn't want to give her any lines and everything, and that they wanted to give 3 of the 6 members a higher position in the rankings. I really started accepting her presence and not feeling bad when I saw her in shows or anything, when I started liking myself more. I know this sounds weird AF, but people, hear me out. This is so freaking true. The moment you start liking yourself more, the moment you start paying more attention to yourself and not focusing on other people too much, you start understanding that useless hate and disliking people for whatever reason, especially people who have never seen you in their life before, you start realizing how stupid this is and that you're wasting your time, and you should spend this time focusing on you. That's actually how I kind of realized that this was very stupid from me. When I started focusing more on myself, that I wanted to appreciate everyone else a little more, I would say it like that. As a creative person, I do think that she works really well. It's just that the group did some problematic things a few times. There's one thing that I started understanding as I started being more of a feminist and loving myself more, is that as a woman in K-pop, for her, it might have been probably one of the things that made me feel a little weird when I saw her, because, you know, the song that says this is a man's world, when my misogynist mindset kind of started leaving me, is when I realized, dude, we need these women with power. We need these empowering women who don't necessarily look the typical female beauty standard way, but still lead the game by being powerful, empowering, artistic women, and she is one of them. So I'm giving her all the credit that she needs and deserves as a woman in such an industry that is predominantly male. I liked her during Produce 101 and I disliked her starting from, I think it was Han or so, or the comeback after that, until she and Soojin appeared in this reflection cover dance with IZ*ONE's Yuri and Minju and ITZY's Yeji and Ryujin. I thought that, honestly, that was the first time I admitted something so big. I thought that SoYeon was the one that actually attracted me in this video. I mean, all of them were really cute, but she had this energy because I thought she was charismatic, she was a good dancer, she was one with the song and with the message of the song, and I thought, yes, thank you. It felt like it clicked at that moment, and it was one of the moments where I had to admit for myself as well that you can't stop powerful women from existing. Okay, please bring Soojin back. Thank you. And then I was officially down for her when I watched an episode of Weekly Idol. As I always watch this show, and she in that specific episode was, I think it was for that she was there, she was sitting and not really talking too much, but I couldn't keep my eyes off of her. I thought she was very cute and everything, and I think that's the moment where I kind of felt like this whole stupid resentment or just this freaking hate for her as an artist, especially in this industry, had died down. And I'm so thankful that at one point it happened, because we live in a misogynist world and we don't need to approve of it. Why did I even film this video? I just wanted to say that it's so easy to just hate someone out there, give someone negative energy and negative vibes because you don't feel well in your own body, or there's something that this person does or has that you would like to have but you don't have. Instead of disliking them, ignoring them, feeling bad when you're next to them, try to change it, try to see what's the problem, if you can fix it on your own, instead of sending negative vibes and being mean to a person. The Twitterverse is scary as heck, and I never really decided that I wanted to go over there and be like, SoYeon, we don't like you. No, I don't do this. However, once I realized that it was indeed me not being comfortable with my own empowering state, it's at that point when I really got to be myself and love the women that I am and become this feminist girl, that I started being more empowered by her, feeling her stage presence more, accepting her as a person even more, because that's actually what humanity should be about. Because it's easy to target one person if everyone else is targeting this one person. So if you feel obligated to dislike or hate someone because everyone else does, then you should get out of this zone and analyze the situation for yourself. Do you really dislike this person? Why do you dislike them? Maybe they're kind of a motivation for you to work harder on your talents, your feminist side, your confidence, etc. And I think that behind the scenes she sees all the hate that she's getting and everything, and just the idea that she knows that people are hating on her. I think it's very sad because it could play with someone's mentality and really just destroy you. So please think before you insult people on the internet. Think before you hate someone for something that they're not responsible for, or hate someone because you feel as if you need to, just to fit into the Twitterverse. All of this to say that we should not spend our time hating and disliking people for useless reasons, because I know that some of you don't even know why you hate her. I disliked her for reasons that I could have disliked literally some of my boy group biases. However, if you want her to learn from her mistakes, if you want the group to learn from their mistakes, it's better to educate them instead of just bashing their leader and putting her under the bus and tell her, well, you're cancelled now, well, we don't like you now because you did that and that. It is always good to educate. Sometimes they don't want to react, sometimes they don't want to apologize. That's their loss, you did what you could. All of this to say, don't waste your energy hating on someone or disrespecting someone just because you feel like it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So I guess this is it for the video. I hope I kind of gave a little message here. I wanted to talk about her in specific because this is the only K-pop idol that I actually had a problem with, and problem has had a background that I didn't understand until I kind of realized that it was actually me and my fear of powerful women. Don't forget that everyone is still learning, and I hope she learned from her mistakes. If they do happen again, like I said, educate her. I guess this is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you want me to talk about other things, you can write it down in my comment section. Stay safe, stay alive, please subscribe, and see you in my next video very, very soon. Adios.